The hell are you supposed to be? I'm vengeance.
What's up, guys? AW Air Warrior. Welcome to Let's Talk Pop episode 67. Yes, you know what? Before I get into promote my stuff, all that stuff. This is actually, I think I've done 4 Let's Talk Pops in the last week. I think this might be the 4th. Yeah, I think I've done 4 of these episodes in 1 week. And yeah. Let's see. Let me just make sure. Yeah, 4 episodes in 1 week, which is quite surprising. Hey, shalom, Degrassi, amigo. But here's the thing with today's episode. There's not really one major topic to discuss. Like in my past shows that I've done this week, like where I talked about Madame Reb about 6 days ago, Jurassic Park and Deadpool 3 and Supergirl stuff. There's not really major stuff. I guess Dune is a little bit major, but overall it's not, because my last show was Thursday and there's not been a lot of big news in the past 2 days. But we still got stuff to talk about. It's just we might not have 10, 20-minute, 30-minute discussions on a specific topic. But before we get into that, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment below, please. If you're new here, subscribers, smash the like button. If you're a current sub, smash the like button. I'm gonna send invites. So, yes, on the thumbnail we're gonna discuss Dune. I guess that's really I wouldn't say it's the big topic, but it is the topic that all throughout February, looking for a lot of Dune stuff. Okay, a lot of Dune stuff all for February. Warner Bros. Is gonna promote Dune like crazy this month. February was crazy because we're only about a month away from Dune. Actually, months away. Actually, I'll let you know in a secret. Dune says March 1st. It's coming on the 29th. Really, because the 29th is March 1st is a Friday. But as you know, movies really come out the day before on Friday. So yeah. So it's gonna come out the 29th. Or maybe whatever. So yeah. The 29th of February. It is a leap year, guys. So there's 29 days in this year, in February. But yeah, I'm gonna add people. Obviously, invitations are gonna go out. I forgot. I remember Dune was moved up. I remember they moved up Dune. So I guess some friends on if they want to come on. I know Tony might have a stream tonight, which I won't be around. Us. But okay. Let's see what else is to talk about. Like, see on my description. Okay, we got stuff not as big as. Yeah. Okay. Oh well. All right. So we're all free to join and watch. Yeah, I'll just reply to somebody on social media. Okay, so we're gonna get into this. All right, we're gonna start with Dune 2. Now, Degrassi, whenever you're ready, I know. Oh yeah, I forgot to say this. Thank you for remembering, for making me remember. Degrassi is gonna make a debut soon. If you haven't noticed, Degrassi, I mean on StreamYard and talking, but if you haven't noticed, Degrassi has been making shorts. I promote Degrassi. He has been making shorts on his YouTube channel. So I suggest you go sub to him. Okay, on his YouTube channel. But he'll be coming in. My friend Finbar's mad. Okay. So why did I put the word $1 billion at the box office for Dune? Why did I put that for Dune Part 2? Well, because I really do believe this movie has that potential. Has really the potential to hit $1 billion at the box office. I really do. I really do. And let me get the banner out. Why? But what's the reason? Why? Well, today it's been reported that AMC that tickets for this movie on AMC and another movie website crash, where people trying to pre-order movie tickets, Dune 2 Part 2 tickets. And that's a good sign, guys. When you have a movie theaters chain or whatever, your site crashing for a movie, you know that's a good thing, right? That is a good sign for a movie. A really good sign. Yeah, I'll probably do very good, Degrassi. So when you have tickets, go for a movie. Any site, whether it's movie tickets, a new console, sporting events, big sporting event, new console, like a new console comes out, people want to buy. If those sites are crashing, that means the demand is high. And when the demand is high, that's a good sign, right? That's a really good sign. So, in this case, for Dune, knowing the sites are crashing, that means Warner Brothers knows they have something here with Dune Part 2. I mean, of course, they know they had something with Dune Part 1. And yes, it did make a little over 400 million. But I really do think if Dune Part 1 was just a theater release instead of HBO, a day-and-day release on streaming in the theaters, I think it would definitely made more than 400 million. And I think I'm not saying a little bit more than 400 million. I think it could have made 100 to 200 million more. Dune Part 1. I really do. I really do. And that movie is really well liked, right? And so that's obviously going to help this movie because people are hyped for this movie. As you can tell, the site's crashing for this movie. And yes, and the thing, some of the criticism of the first movie, right? Like the movie was good. The first movie was great. It was a good movie. Some of the criticism of the first movie, Degrassi, which it looks like in Part 2 it's going to be the opposite of, was lack of action, right? The lack of action. It looks like we're going to get something different here. So yeah, it's 166 minutes. It's the film is not 3 hours. The film is 2 hours and 46 minutes. So it's still a long film. But to me, if the film is good, long films are fine. To me, the pacing of a film depends on how good a film is. Oh, don't worry, man. I'm hyped for the Rumble, man. I'm hyped for the Rumble. But the tickets, yeah, so this will be the first, because I know I've been on the streams before in the past, actually this week, discussing what $1 billion films you think, what movie franchise has a chance to hit $1 billion films. And a lot of people said, a lot of people couldn't have an idea. A lot of people on the stream couldn't place one film specifically that should make $1 billion. So I said Dune. I said Dune. I think Dune is the most likely film to make $1 billion. Do part 2. Okay. And let's go back. I was one of the first. I was one of the first last year, and probably in April, March, or between May, April, and March, one of those 3 months, I said Barbie was going to make $1 billion. I said Barbie was going to make $1 billion, and who was right? This guy. This guy. And I'm gonna say that for Dune 2 is gonna probably make $1 billion or even get close to $1 billion. I think it really has like Degrassi. I think Degrassi is not as confident as me, but it's not like he's pessimistic, right? He's not really pessimistic about it. He thinks he has a chance. I'm just more optimistic than Degrassi. That's it. That's it. But if tickets crashing, it just means there's high demand for this film. They promoted at CC Pack, whatever, in Brazil. This month, you're gonna promote all this month, Warner Brothers. Yeah, it's a really high bar, right? $1 billion, right? And Degrassi, we know most billion-dollar films in the history of cinema. Most of them are franchise films, right? Franchise films, yes. You get a list. I'm gonna get a list of billion-dollar films, and there's only okay. Look at this. I'm gonna get a list of how many billion-dollar films are franchise films. Okay, Avatar is a franchise now, right? Avatar obviously is a franchise, and both films Avatar made $2 billion. So Avatar. You got Avengers Endgame. Yep, franchise film. Titanic is not a franchise film, but it's Titanic because it's not going to be like a. I mean, I know there's Titanic 2 and 3. I don't count that, and they don't make. That's not really whatever important here. Star Wars: Force Awakens, franchise film. Avengers: Infinity War, Spider-Man: No Way Home, franchise film. Jurassic World, a franchise film. The Lion King, I guess it's not really a lot. I mean, the Lion King animated show. The movies, the worst 3 films, but I don't know if I consider that a franchise per se. The Avengers, obviously, franchise film. I mean, everything Marvel that made $1 billion is franchise. Furious 7, yep. Top Gun might Top Gun Maverick, since there's gonna be a 3rd movie that might be turning into a franchise. Degrassi, Top Gun might be turning into a franchise potentially. Frozen has 2 or 3 movies. Yeah, that's turning into a franchise. Barbie, I think Barbie will turn to a franchise, but not right now. But I think it will turn to a franchise. And Barbie is a franchise because it is Barbie. Like it may not have one film, but like Barbie, look at the name Barbie, meaning the toy popular. Age of Ultron, yeah, of course. Super Mario, I mean the movie, the Super Mario is a franchise too. And when I mean franchise, I just don't mean films, okay? I just don't mean films, right? I mean toys, comics, video games, whatever. And Mario falls in that category. So Mario. That's why Titanic doesn't fall in that category as a franchise, right? Obviously, Black Panther, Harry Potter, Star Wars, Last Jedi, Fallen Kingdom, Frozen, Beauty. Look, 53 about 50 movies made $1 billion in history. And I can tell you 98, 99, 90, I'll say 95 to 98% of those films are franchises. Okay? Are franchises. Okay. Chat. Yeah, Ken, and probably like they're gonna do a Barbie 2. Let's be real. Let's be honest here. They're gonna do a Barbie 2. Okay? There's no way they're not gonna do another Barbie movie. And my phone's far away. Be right back. Okay. Okay. So, and I think this is gonna hit it. I think this is gonna be the next franchise is gonna hit the $1 billion mark. I really do. It's a hot take. If it doesn't, I'll take the loss. But if this movie, the tickets, the sites for tickets are crashing, and yes, I do remember in the past, BVS had ticket sites crashing and stuff. Oh yeah, don't worry, I answer. Don't worry. Oh yeah, man, I do that. I do that. Um, but also I think if this movie is, I know on the yeah. Yeah, exactly, Degrassi. 2002? In 2002, she did not exactly have the best year for movies. She had 2 movies, right? Okay. She's fine. She's fine. She doesn't. Margot doesn't need to win a Best Actress award forever in her career to be fine. Her Hollywood career is fine. The only way, okay. The only way for Margot, yeah. Thank you, Finbar. Right? Greta Gerwig is fine too, man. Netflix has her. Okay? Netflix has her. It's just got really ridiculous, Degrassi, right? When everybody that chimes in, it's ridiculous how Barbie is not I wouldn't say toxic, but how this movie created stands, and it all came about, Degrassi. It all came about when Greta and Margot did not get nominated for Best Actress and Director, right? You know when the Oscars announced the nominations for those 2 specific awards, and they didn't get nominated, that's when the floodgate truly opened. Truly opened. What's going to happen now? People are people not going to watch the Oscars now? Or is Oscars going to get less viewership because Margot and Greta are not nominated? What is that going to happen? And people are like petitioning or suggesting, oh, the Oscars should, the Oscars should change their mind. No, don't cave in. Don't cave into public pressure. Margot is fine, man. Margot and Greta is fine, and I think Degrassi's right. I think Margot is more. I think Margot would be more happy with a producer award. Yeah. She hasn't spoken out about it, right? Margot has. There was no interview about Margot saying anything. And Greta, we've seen Simu Liu, Ryan Gosling, even Hillary Clinton. But I know Simu Liu and Ryan Gosling kind of spoke up for it because they starred. But let's be honest, you can't take Ryan Gosling's and Simu Liu's word seriously because they worked with her, right? You can't take that. You can't take that seriously. What are you gonna say? No, she didn't deserve the award. She didn't deserve to get nominated or nominated for best directing or best actress. You can't take their comments, their statement at face value. You can't. Okay? I'm sorry. This is not me. This is not really me shitting on Greta or Margot or anybody. It's just me. This is me just going after people, the stands that this movie has created. Okay? Stands shows. This is the thing about stands and shows, guys. Well, specifically stands. All right? They don't think rationally. Okay? They don't think rationally. Oh, I hope it's not. Oh my god! I hope you're not referring to a specific comic book former writer. I want to thank you, Degrassi, for bringing that up, though. By the way, guys, Ryan Gosling did not get nominated for Best Actor. Okay, he got nominated for Best Supporting Actor. Okay. I'm sorry. It's like, yeah, I know who he's talking about. I know who Degrassi's talking about. I know who he's talking. But I don't. It's just ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous. Really. But it seems like it's died down. It's died down. Hopefully. The discourse of Margot Robbie and Greta Gerwig. They're fine. Their careers are fine. Okay. Okay. They'll survive. It's not like their careers are in jeopardy. Okay. We spoke to the drunk hobo to see how he feels about the Barbie's top of the line Oscars. Man, I was watching Real Time with Bill Maher last night. He was really talking about how ridiculous it is. I mean, he actually did like the movie, but that movie was supposed to make fun of the patriarch, right? With all men in charge. But at Mattel, the board, I'll tell you a fact. At the Mattel, the board, apparently it's 12 board members. Apparently it's 7-5, male to female ratio. So not exactly all male. Okay, and so there's some criticism from certain people criticizing Barbie in that sense, because in real life, Mattel's board is not majority male. It's actually 7-5 apparently, and to me, more females are getting on executive boards now. Oh, I know a few. I know a few, man. Finbar. You know there's a bunch of them. What? Who is this really?
You know who it is.
Oh, blinded. Hey, Eric. Tomorrow. That's tomorrow, buddy.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, we're doing a stream on July tomorrow, Eric. July.
We're making it today.
I can't, because it's gonna be a bunch of videos and it might take longer than 2 hours. I plan to get this over by 7.
Okay.
Yeah, you know my other channel.
I was just trolling, but
my other channel, my streams go longer, right? Than this.
Yeah.
What's up, man? I don't know why
I'm good
about Barbie. I'm ranting about Barbie. I haven't heard your thoughts about Barbie discourse. I don't think I've heard.
I just find it annoying. Like, I don't really care. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
Oh, it got so big of a deal that Hillary Clinton had to chime in. I'm like, who cares what the former first lady is? And you can't take the word of Simu Liu and Ryan Gosling at face value, man. They worked with her. They worked with both of them.
Yeah, I don't really think it deserved Best Actress or Best Director. I mean, even Best Supporting Actress was a little bit weird.
America Ferrera? Is that?
Yeah, it's like she just has a monologue in the movie, so like, I don't know. I don't know. I just think like Barbie's an okay movie. It's not Oscar-worthy movie.
It's not gonna win. It's not gonna win any awards.
It probably might win some awards.
But it's
just
not gonna.
so they're like satisfied.
Oh yeah, they'll probably like they'll probably win awards to make him not feel like a loser. Because
Yeah.
right,
Babylon.
I didn't see. Yeah, I didn't see Babylon. Oh yeah, so Degrassi might be joining streams very soon sometime. He's just testing out
Nice.
StreamYard. Where is it? Where is that? Are you okay? Yeah. So I'm just talking about like, hey, blinded here. Really blind? Did you have all the scoops on Frogman?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Finbar, Tony's stream with TJ was like the shortest live stream he has done. That's not a video game live stream in months. Hey, Anthony,
Oh yeah, the one last night.
I'm just talking about Dune because I do think it's gonna make $1 billion now based on what I read today, like about how the tickets were crashing, the sites were crashing for this movie.
I say 600
I think it's gonna
million.
I think it's gonna make a lot of movie. I think it's gonna be $1 billion. It's my hot take. It's really my hot take.
My take is I don't think any movie this year is gonna make $1 billion.
All the Finbar, that's because I'm gonna say Tony. I'm gonna Tony blinded. Finbar. TJ knows this. But I'm gonna be. I hope Tony doesn't get insulted here because he probably knows this too. When he talks about Eric July, he gets like 100 to 200 viewers. When he does another stream, like Gavin Geeks, no offense to you guys because I know you guys are on and sometimes on it, he gets like 20 to 30 people watching, and he got like 20 people watching. They're not really. They're not his viewers, or we're the loyal people. Those 20 to 30 people are loyal to Tony. I'm just saying.
Right.
Right? On his Eric July streams, he gets 100 to 200 people. They're not really loyal to Tony. Yeah.
I think if Deadpool 3 has anything to do with the multiverse, it's guaranteed not to make $1 billion. I'll say that much.
Oh my god.
Or at least the MCU multiverse bullshit.
Oh yeah.
If it's making fun of the multiverse, I still don't think it's gonna make $1 billion. I think it'll make 800.
I'll check out Finbar tomorrow. Anime hour. But yeah, you know what? But I can't believe we're doing the Eric July stuff. Can you imagine this? That's tomorrow, man. We're gonna talk about Eric July with Indiana Jones. We're gonna talk. He talks about. I don't know. He talks about that. When the studio introduced Indiana Jones, and he specifically talks more about not really about the game, but he talks about the guy with the rainbow shirt on. Yeah. Right. Oh, really? That's cool. Oh, yeah, because Bianca has connections in her dad. Yeah, but like, I think. See, I was going through a list of the highest grossing $1 billion films, and almost 95 to 98% of films that reach $1 billion are like franchises. All franchises. It's not like a solo thing, right? Like Titanic is like the only one. Maybe.
Yeah, not a lot of
exactly.
movies make $1 billion that aren't franchises.
One-offs, right?
But also making $1 billion was fairly recent, like in the 2010s.
Yeah, 90s.
That's when a lot of movies started consistently grossing $1 billion.
Titanic was the first one to make $1 billion, right?
Yeah, if you're not counting for inflation, yes.
I mean, that's 90. What's Titanic? 96, 97?
Yeah, I think 96.
Yeah, 2010s. Well, some of them in the 2000s, like The Dark Knight. No X-Men movie made $1 billion.
No.
Wow.
Close though.
Mm-hmm.
Think didn't Days of Future Past make what, 700?
Yeah, let's see. $746 million. Okay, Finbar, we'll hold you to that, buddy. We'll hold you to the we'll hold you to that. It's summer.
Yeah, you might have to give me $20 Scottish bucks, whatever you got over there. Scottish
So
bucks.
so like so blinded on this Let's Talk Pop. There's not really one major topic to talk about. Like in my
Well,
past,
what news has there been?
not
I
really
mean,
that
I know
much.
rumors.
Rumors, yeah,
Got some
but like,
rumors.
yeah. Um, I know there's this apparently discourse between Sony and like Disney about Spider-Man 4,
Yeah,
and it's gotten really really bad between them.
because they don't know what to do. Scottish
Mhm.
bucks. Yeah.
Gosh, bucks. Um, what was this crazy rumor? Did somebody put it in here?
Yeah, Marvel wants to make a grounded Spider-Man 4. Sony wants to make a big extravaganza
Fuck!
Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
Stop! Make it
Um,
grounded. Like,
makes perfect sense. I think it makes perfect sense why they're fighting. Because if you make it grounded and it doesn't have the characters people want, like Daredevil and the Defenders, I don't really
mhm.
see what's the point. I also think they should just do the symbiote storyline. That's my uh, pitch. Do that storyline with Scorpion.
Oh, Degrassi. You want to know
Maybe
who's
maybe
come on?
even that. Maybe get rid of Tom Holland, man. I'm sick of Tom Holland.
Hey, Sonny's clone boy. He's gonna play. He's gonna play Link. There's a
I think
Nintendo.
he's I
There's
think
a
he's
lemon.
I think he's getting tired. I
It's
think he's like, "Oh shit, like I'm stuck as Spider-Man."
or
For real.
or Nathan Drake. Or Nathan Drake, man. Um, you know what's
Well,
funny,
that's if they're going to make
Mike?
Uncharted 2.
So like Mike, my cousin just got a PS5, right? And
Mm,
they used to like. I mean, they do like Marvel, but not my younger cousin likes Marvel, right? But not as
right.
much as he once did. But he does like Spider Man, so they got obviously Spider Man 2, right?
Right.
And I'm like, he's 11 years old, and I'm like, I'm watching him play yesterday. I'm like, this game is not really meant for 11-year-olds.
Well, it's a teen game.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking about the story or like the violence. I'm talking about the gameplay.
Right.
Because I told him you have to be quick in this game. You can't like take your time, man. Because Spider-Man's quick, man. You gotta be quick, and you gotta be thinking. You gotta think quick. You can't take your time. You gotta think real quick. Because this game, as we said, blind. The difference between this game and the other game, I think the stealth aspect was different in this game. You can't really. I didn't
Yeah,
really
it's
do stealth.
way more simplistic in this
Yeah,
game. It's easy. It's pretty
yeah.
easy.
And I told him. I mean, like I told him, you gotta be on your toes, man. You gotta be quick, man. Especially because I got him to the part when the first part when they're transporting Scorpion and Mister Lee, right, or Negative Man, right?
Right.
And I'm like, and then you
Mr.
got the
Negative.
Craven's men, right? The first part, and you have like
Right.
rocket launch, them shooting rocket launchers, guns, and all that, and they have all the Craven's militia there, right?
Right.
Actually,
Right.
that's not a pound, don't worry. All right, I'm like,
Yeah,
you gotta
but
be
I
quick
am.
here.
What are you talking about? I am on the panel.
This is his real voice.
Yeah, them hoe ass roads. Fuck them hoe ass roads.
Alpha Core, we're gonna take down Marvel and DC. Right? And
Yeah, the
so he's
Ripperverse is gonna be successful. It's gonna be all over. We're gonna have movies, toys,
oh, don't worry, yeah.
pornos, all types of shit.
He's gonna start the Whippleverse universe. Disney's in talks.
Yep, yep.
So I was playing when I was there watching him play Spider Man. He was asking me questions like, how was Harry able to come back with the Venom stuff? He's like, what he told me? He told me he's going to go straight all the way to the Venom, get to Venom, and the story point where Venom is. I'm like, that's a long way off where you are. And I'm
Yeah.
telling you, you got the side missions to boost up your skills and gadgets and all these other skills you unlock. Because I'm like, you're gonna have a hard time skipping all of that and facing bosses like Venom. He just
There's
was.
there's no hold on. I see Degrassi's comment. There's just no way they are turning Deadpool 3 into a PG-13 movie.
They said it's rated R,
Yeah.
but if
And
the
this isn't really the introduction to the like we already seen the X-Men in the MCU already, technically. So
Yeah, if Degrassi, if it does happen, I'll start the hashtag Degrassi was right. I'll do this hashtag for you, Degrassi, specifically for you.
I mean, if they make it PG-13, then in my opinion, that's them being desperate because they really want $1 billion.
This would be your hashtag, Degrassi. Specifically for you. I mean, it has to do good, right? It has to do good to get faith back into the Marvel Studios in general. It has to. But yeah, like, where was I again? Like, I don't even know.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man, right? I'm like, he wants to get to the Venom part, so I'm like, that's a long way off. You're just at the part where you get to meet, where Craven comes in, where they try to intercept, Scorpion and Mr. Lee. I'm like, you're way off, man. You're way off. You're not gonna get there, and
That's so wild off. It's not that far off, but the game's really short, right? If you just play the main story.
He's 11 years old, right?
Right.
Hey, I thought Finbar was coming on.
Finbar's here.
I feel like
if it's PG-13,
every time I come on the show, I feel like I'm doing this, but blinded. Do you want to go double or nothing and bet that Deadpool 3 goes over $1 billion?
Goes over $1 billion? Sure, I'll take that bet.
Hits $1 billion. You'll take that bet for another 20.
No. Goes over $1 billion. What you just said. What you just said.
Well, $1 billion and $1 is over $1 billion, right?
Yes, that's over.
So if it hits $1 billion, if it hits $1 billion and $1 billion and in fact, if it hits $1 billion and 1 cent, then that's over $1 billion.
That's fine.
You'll take that bet, yeah. Okay.
So
I don't. So Degrassi said it best, right? This is not going to be R-rated. This is going to be PG-13. It's got Hugh Jackman in the yellow suit.
But they
got tons of
I don't know
cameos.
where. Hold on. I don't know where Degrassi. Why he's saying it's going to be PG-13. They said that it's going to be rated R.
Yeah, they did, but I think they'll pivot and they'll change.
If they do
PG-13.
If they do, then I'll call off the bet because it's got to be a rated R.
No,
Deadpool
come on,
3 is
Bladey.
not
No. So you think a PG-13 Deadpool 3 would make $1 billion, but not an R-rated one?
I think it will, because then they'll push it like a MCU movie.
They're gonna push it.
But it is an MCU movie.
If Deadpool
Even if it was
3
R-rated, it would
as a rated R movie is being pushed as an MCU movie, I don't think it's going to do well. That's my prediction. Because I don't understand why anyone would be like, oh yeah, I've seen the other Deadpool movies that have nothing to do with the MCU, and now I'm going to be okay with them shoving Deadpool into the MCU in his own movie.
But the story behind it is this is how he
understand.
gets to the MCU. And this is another reason why I think it will be PG. I agree with Degrassi because I think it will be PG-13 because it'll incorporate that the bleeping and all that into the story.
If Deadpool does end up as one of the Avenger movies, Kang Dynasty or Secret Wars, it ain't being rated R.
Well, yeah, no, duh. I don't. But I'm saying in his own movie.
Yeah.
I think if that's going to be way more. First off, I just think you're creating a lot of problems there. That's going to be way too controversial.
Deadpool has worked
for it to be PG-13 would not be.
Yes.
For it to be PG-13 would not be controversial.
Yeah.
It would be controversial.
This one will be. I believe this one will be PG-13, but I believe any further ones will be R-rated because they won't be multiverse stories. They'll be Deadpool on his own.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. As long as the story is good, who cares if?
I just don't. First off, I don't really I just don't understand. Yeah, we know rated R comic book movies can make $1 billion.
Joker.
That's not that. Joker made $1 billion. Deadpool 1 and 2 almost made $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to make $1 billion because, well, first off, the other Deadpool movies didn't get to that point, and I think if they are
MCU.
I mean, with inflation now, those movies probably.
You think?
You go back and calculate them, they probably did cross over $1 billion.
Do you think the addition of Hugh Jackman could help though?
Yeah,
Like-
this is what I'm saying. It's
I
not
think
just Hugh Jackman
yes.
either. There's lots of other stuff as well.
Yeah, but those other X-Men cameos, I don't think that's gonna be a big deal. I
Oh,
think
yeah,
Deadpool
I'm
and
sure.
Wolverine is a much bigger
yeah,
deal.
I'm sure Toad and that Sabretooth is gonna be the one that's gonna get.
Yeah, like the whole Fox X-Men universe, like
I bet
those
you.
movies never. What is the highest grossing Fox X-Men movie? Is it not Deadpool?
If you want,
But
if you
that's
want
the
to count
pretty sure
problem,
it's
though. Those
Deadpool.
were Fox
it
X-Men
is
movies. But
Deadpool.
those
It's
were
Deadpool
tho-
in that universe. But you want to
Th-
count?
And
those
then
were
what's
Fox
the
X-Men.
what's after
But
Deadpool? Days of Future Past, or it's not Logan?
yeah, but look at but look at why did Deadpool gross so much? Because it was a better
Because it
movie. It
was
was a better
different.
X-Men movie than any of the X-Men movies.
I wouldn't say that's because I think it's a parody. First off, Deadpool was already a character who was sort of becoming
Deadpool's a parody
popular.
character, Blinded. He's a parody character. He's always been.
No, but I'm saying that at the time, Deadpool's popularity was rising before the movie, right? He
He's
was
popular.
outside of comic
No,
books.
he's been popular for a long time, man. He had so many.
No, he
even
was.
before he first appeared.
He
in
wasn't.
film,
I'm trying to say he was he was popping up in other things besides comics. He had his own video game before the movie. Like there was people who
Yeah,
knew about
2013.
Deadpool. Yeah, and then I mean first off, people were always disappointed with X-Men Origins. That was always been a big meme on the internet, right? So Deadpool,
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
was
saying Deadpool
fucking
wasn't
Deadpool, the name
always
only,
a
wasn't it?
yeah, that was Deadpool in name only. But I'm not saying Deadpool wasn't always popular. I'm trying to say that
How
he
the-
had a rising
How the
trend of being outside of media and more people knew the character. And so
How the
you
hell-
had a movie that was more, it wasn't an MCU movie, it was a completely different movie. Like it
How
was
did
more of a
these-
No,
comedy.
no,
It was making
I,
fun
I,
of
un-
superhero
I understand
movies.
all that. I understand all that,
Right.
but I feel like now this character, and also with the added, I feel like this character and Ryan Reynolds are almost at the same sort of level of popularity. If you
Deadpool.
get what I mean,
No, he wasn't played Trinity. The same. The
Wait,
actor
say
was.
that again. Hold on, say that part again.
right? So the character itself isn't enough to carry it, but the fact that it's played by Ryan Reynolds and
Right.
it's played so well by Ryan Reynolds, I think is enough to carry it. And also,
No,
Hugh Jackman's in it.
I think Deadpool and Wolverine, because here's
Wearing
the
the
thing, like
yellow
I think
suit.
well, yeah, wearing the suit. But
that's
I mean,
just a,
the
that's a
Deadpool
different
movies
character, bro.
always
Like
reference
that.
Wolverine. That's another thing too. Those movies were setting up Wolverine, a team up. They
He
were trying
won.
to set up the
Yeah, but we
X-Force.
never.
He won.
Remember,
He
we were
won.
supposed to
But
get
we
the
never
X-Force
fought.
movie.
He won Wolverine in I think in Deadpool 2. If I'm correct, he won. He always.
Yeah, he went.
I think he
Yeah,
did
he
that.
wanted. They were supposed to remember. Deadpool 2 was supposed to be setting up an X-Force movie. Like the next movie after
Yes.
Deadpool 2 was not supposed to be Deadpool 3. It was supposed to be X-Force.
Yeah.
And then that got canceled, right?
Yeah, that was because of the sale, though, right?
And
Animal King. Yeah.
well, they were still gonna make it because what's his name? Who?
They can still make X Force. They can still do that.
What's that guy's
And they
name? He's
probably
always
will.
been all
They-
over the place. He did the first.
Who?
He was supposed to be the showrunner of Daredevil. Drew Goddard, right? He was supposed to do the
Drew
X-Force
Goddard, yeah.
movie. Yeah. And then it was like almost in production or it was like pre-production, and then it wasn't Fox that canceled that. It was Disney who canceled it because they were talking about that before,
But I see.
after the
I see
the merger.
Disney. I see Disney going back to that though. Once they get this multiverse shit out the way, because the multiverse thing is the only way you bring that character with that actor in this, in the same role into the MCU. So that's
Right.
why they're going to have to go with this first. And once they get that out of the way, and he goes off on his own, and he'll get his X-Force movie, and then they can R-rate it. But I
Yeah,
don't think
that's
this will be. I
probably-
think
but
this is too. This
But then
for
what's
this to be the
I-
only MCU movie in 2024, it has to be PG-13 so they can get all the families in.
I think the
They
PG.
won't make
I
this
think
the only R-rated movie.
I really do think it's going to be rated R. I really truly think it's going to be rated R because that's the novelty
Okay,
of Deadpool.
okay, I see this happening. Blinded.
Disney knows that if they put out a PG-13 Deadpool movie, that's going to sly a lot of people. I think that it's going to be indecisive. Like people will go
Okay,
watch
well,
it.
how about if they do both? How about if they make a PG cut like what they did with the other Deadpool movies? Or PG-13 cut, sorry.
They could do that, but that just seems like a waste of money. Why put
Why
out
would it be a
the
waste of money?
Deadpool
It's
2?
doubling your money.
Yeah, no, but it wasn't when they did the Deadpool 2 cut for Christmas. Like it didn't make that much money. It wasn't really that big of a reason to put that out there. Like you're gonna make. It's just better if you put out one cut of the movie, right? Not to confuse people. It's a rated R movie. Deadpool's a rated R character, or at least this incarnation is a rated R character, right? The Ryan Reynolds version. I don't really see the point of making a PG-13 movie. It's not, and on top of that too, I don't think it would be a good movie if it is PG-13. I'm already concerned that the movie might not be good because I don't really like the director. I don't really
Sean
think that
Levy?
guy, yeah. Like if you're going up against Tim Miller and who by the way, Tim Miller, that was his first movie and he did a great job.
Mhm.
Then you had David Leitch.
Oh, if it
Like
wasn't
I
for
think those are
Reynolds,
pretty solid compared to who they got with
well,
Sean
Sean
Levy.
Levy, you know why Sean Levy got the job? His connection to Reynolds.
Yeah, but he's just kind of like too, I don't know, too Netflixy, commercially, not.
Yeah, I mean,
Like I would if you said, oh, like Chad Stahelski was making a Deadpool 3 multiverse with, I don't know, the Wolverine, I think that would make a lot of money.
well, you want Chad to do everything, huh? You want him to do Ghost of Tsushima,
Might
you
as
want
well.
the Star Wars, you want to highlight, or
He
you
has the best action scenes, so I feel like, and
and
he has good directing, so might as well.
this. Oh, I would laugh if this ever happens. If he does come back,
The day, hold on, the day they announced Deadpool 3 is PG-13, I'll turn on the movie. Like in a heartbeat, I'll turn on that movie.
I mean, they said it's gonna be rated R. That's what they said.
Yeah, they keep saying. I mean, you had Bob Iger,
Yeah,
like, who came out and said Deadpool is still going to be rated R.
Kevin Feige even said that back when they. So yeah,
I think it's a good risk. I mean, why? Like, it's their only movie because they fucked up this past year with the Marvels. Which, by the way, I saw the Marvels. Not a good movie. Not a good movie. Is it as bad as Ant-Man 3? I would say no, but it's still not a great movie. Ant-Man 3, in my opinion, is still the worst MCU movie. I don't care what anybody says.
I'll say about the Marvels and Ant-Man 3. The difference is, I think Ant-Man Kang was the better villain than the one in Marvels. I'll say that.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
I mean, the villain was so over the top. I mean, that villain was better than Marvels.
The villain had a better motivation, and at least she didn't get she didn't get freaking dusted by one of the weakest MCU characters. Like Kang was just a joke of a villain in that movie. Like, and the only parts that were good were just flashbacks explaining his whole, like, how did he get to the quantum realm? Like him as a villain up against Ant-Man, that was a terrible idea.
But
I missed the last about 8 minutes of what you guys said.
Oh,
I just think
we were talking about the Marvels versus Ant-Man 3.
But
I need to go, Aaron. Right, Aaron. Sorry, Aaron. Quickly, right. Blinded. Let's get this ironed out now. The terms of the bet is, if Deadpool 3 is R-rated, you want to bet that it won't cross 1 billion. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
But if it's PG, but if it's PG-13, if it's PG-13, the bet is null and void. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's virtually shake on it.
Okay.
Are we virtually shaking
the
on
same
it?
amount? Yes. You can have it here as recorded.
So 20 bucks. 20 bucks. Right. So if Deadpool is R-rated, the bet is on. Right. If it crosses 1 billion, I win.
So,
if it doesn't cross 1 billion, Blinded
wins.
How
much would he get?
20 Canadian. 20 Canadian. 20 Canadian.
So how much would you use pounds or?
No, man. Why would what? No, because if I said £20, it would cost me more money. It would cost me more money.
I know, but when we convert
it would just be the equivalent of whatever $20 is.
Yeah. So what is?
Yeah. It's like 13 £13.
So £13 is 20 Canadian.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. That's what I'm asking.
The bet is on. The bet is on. As well as the Doctor Doom bet, the bet is on. Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to save this. This is going to, Aaron, if you don't mind.
Seems like that Doctor Doom is not
prosperity.
By the way, are you seeing that they're still going to recast Kang?
Of course.
I don't care. I don't care about that.
We'll see.
I don't care.
See if he appears in
recast Kang all they want. He's still going to show up. He's still going to show up at some point.
You should have
whether it be
multiple
Fantastic
In the
Four
multiverse saga,
or
that's the
Secret
bet.
Wars.
In the multiverse saga,
That yeah. Oh no, the terms of the bet are all are well documented. Don't worry.
right? I
And,
mean, yeah,
and
you
so
have it
will the
on your
terms of
channel.
this bet be. Yes, and so will this
I
be
think
if
I
Aaron's
think
happy with
it.
that.
We're gonna have to continue talking about this PG-13 Deadpool because I don't think that's gonna happen. I think that's like
Well, like if it doesn't happen, the
I
bet is
just
null and
don't
void.
see
I'm
that
happy with
happening.
that. I see it happening. I see it happening in
Right.
tandem with the R-rated one. I think that could happen.
John
At
David
the same
Washington,
time, at the same
At
time,
the exact same time, yes. I
I
feel
don't
like they
think
could
they would
release
do
the
I'm
that.
movie.
I'm sorry, but
What
John
would
David
stop them?
Washington.
What would stop them?
I think that would be way too confusing. That would
Why would they be
cause a lot
confusing?
of problems.
You release two movies.
Because-
You release two movies. One of them's Deadpool 3. One of them is Deadpool 3, the PG cut. And then the kids go to the PG cut. The adults go to the R-rated one. And they'd be crazy not
I
to do
don't
that.
know about that. I mean,
And you
this
have two
is
separate box
Marvel and
offices.
Disney. I mean,
Yeah, remember this is not the. Remember they have two rated R movies. They Deadpool and Blade.
they do.
but
Yeah,
Blade
Blade
is
is being
Blade is a
rated
bit
R.
different because it's but Blade is different because it's not incorporating a lot of the like colourful characters like what Deadpool is. You know, like the X-Men.
But the
and all
thing
that.
is, though, like, but what I don't understand is the Deadpool 3 is not introducing the MCU version of the X-Men. It's
No,
introducing a
isn't.
past version that, let's be honest, most people do not care about.
No, Blinded,
Like,
it
it's
isn't
dead.
doing that. It isn't doing that initially, but I believe it is paving a path to do it later on.
I don't think that
no, I
Deadpool
think
3
the
is setting up
Marvels
MCU
might. The Marvels
X-Men.
might. Maybe
The-
Logan, maybe Wolverine in a different version of Wolverine. I don't know.
I don't even believe that rumor. That
Well, if
rumor that they
what
said
the one
that the
about
MCU Wolverine is in Deadpool 3, I don't believe that.
well, do
think
you believe
that's
the rumor
bullshit.
about them doing a version with Daniel Radcliffe? Is that
No.
are we
I
hearing
think
No.
that might be possible.
You
I
think-
think he might be in
I
the
think
movie.
that's
Does he really
possible.
wanna do
I
it?
don't think
as well.
he's the MCU version, though.
Does he want to do it? Does he
No,
want
he
to
won't be the
dedicate himself
MCU
to another
version.
franchise?
The MCU version
If
should
it's
be
a
an
one and
ongoing.
done movie, who does it
Okay.
matter?
And he needs
I
to be
don't think
5
so.
foot 1
That's
inches
true.
tall as well. He needs to be a real actual Canadian, 5 foot 1 inches tall, and look like shit. He can't look handsome,
Who's a short-
tall.
who's a
Yeah,
short-
this
Who's a
I
short
could
Canadian
see.
actor?
Hold on. What
Aaron, you're
Degrassi's
short, right?
saying, that I can understand why they would turn Deadpool into a PG-13 movie, right? But I don't believe that rumor. I think if that's true, that's a really dumb idea. Because the MCU this entire time has been kicking and screaming not to be connected with the X-Men stuff, right? They want to have their own characters, right? They did it with Spider-Man, and they're gonna do it with Fantastic Four. Why can't they do it with X-Men? Why can't they introduce a new set of X-Men and build them up? Right? It's like the
They will
MCU
do
just
that.
wants this shortcut. No, but this is what Degrassi's
That's a
saying.
shortcut. isn't it?
Degrassi's saying that they're gonna take the Fox X-Men and they're gonna stay. That's
I'm
what
like,
he's
who-
They
trying to
wouldn't be
say.
able to do that anyway because they're all old, right? And I don't think Hugh Jackman
Well,
wants
that's
this
why I
as a
don't
one
think
and
that
done
would
It's
just
not
to
happen.
say
that they're
he's done
old. It's just
MCU.
that they're old.
I don't
It's
believe
just
it
that
either.
Some of the X-Men and like look at
No, they are
Cyclops.
old,
You
Aaron.
really
Look,
wanna-
Famke
you really wanna
Janssen
see
The
is
that
only
well
way
up.
up?
they could probably do that is if they go the ultimate X-Men route and
Who's
you
who's
have
this-
like replace Wolverine with
who's aside-
like
who's aside for that Cyclops? That Cyclops is terrible. In the
Which
original
one?
X-Men.
What, James
The-
Marsden?
Yeah.
yeah, I
He
don't.
wasn't terrible, but he's old as well.
He
Like they're
was
all
not
they're
a
all
great
they're on in the
Cyclops.
40 now.
Hey George. What's up, George?
Hi George.
Like they're
Hey.
gonna stay until Secret Wars. They're not gonna stay after Secret Wars. That I have a hard time.
I honestly
No,
rather
they're
have them
not.
bring in
No,
the younger.
this is a one and
the
done,
X,
right?
I'd rather have them bring in the X-Men from the 2010 decades.
No,
No, not even that. Not even
I
that.
don't want that.
You want
cast.
James McAvoy?
No,
I don't want Jennifer
no.
Lawrence.
Get
No.
rid of them. Just
No, I don't-
that's
I
what I'm
don't want
saying.
either.
Get
What about
make a
Michael
new one.
Fassbender?
Well, what's this about Dune tickets crashing? Did I miss that part of the discussion?
I've got to go. I've got to go.
Okay.
George, it was good to
Take
see you
care.
again,
Alright.
man. I ain't seen you
Take
for a
care,
while.
Li-
I'll catch you later.
Take care, Finbar. It was nice talking to you.
The-
All right. See
The
you.
bet is
Finbar.
on. The bet is on, Blinded.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Get your money
here. It's
ready.
here as proof.
George,
Get your
I
$20
was
prepared.
I have
Dune-
it. I have it prepared.
George, if you, what I was saying was about Dunes because there's they went on sale and the tickets the movie sites like AMC that it was crashing because of pre-ticket sales,
Well,
pre-sale,
wasn't that for like the IMAX screenings?
stuff like that. This movie
'Cause
is.
I think it's gonna do very well in the IMAX theaters.
See, usually that's a good sign, right? When it's like when a sites crash for a movie, that means people are interested, vastly interested in the movie.
Well, I mean, the first Dune was a great movie, and you know, it didn't do great, but it did good at the box office despite the HBO day release date thing. So there's obviously an interest to see it, and I think it's actually going to probably make more money since they're no longer doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like on this episode of Let's Talk Pop, there wasn't really one big specific thing to talk about.
Yeah, but I'm excited for Dune Part 2.
I told you my last Super Aggressive. They went to the DC universe.
Man, no, Dune Part 2, I think that's going to be one of the best movies of this year. I'm very excited for it. It's 2 hours and 46 minutes. Wow.
We all know Batman.
That might be possible. That's like that I would say makes sense of why the mutants were never in the MCU to begin with.
Or they could just have a different universe. Like I know you don't like The Witcher, but they explained The Witcher's not just the show, but like they explained how the humans came into the elves world. They came from a different universe. You can do something like that. You don't need that to say something.
I think Degrassi's idea seems like the most logical and most like simplistic way.
Or what if
like why they weren't around?
What if there were a secret dimension like for Shang-Chi? Remember Shang-Chi? Remember like that?
Yeah, I know, but that was only for. I mean, I'm sure there's other things like that, but
yeah,
I
just
don't
a
know.
little bit.
But there's a lot of rumors with Marvel. Recently there was that rumor that Karen and Foggy are still gonna die.
Yes, saw that.
There's that rumor still. What was the other one? The other one, the newest one is that they're gonna do an Iron Fist series with a female protagonist. They did not say if it was what's her name? Is it Colleen?
Yeah, Colleen.
Is it Colleen?
Yeah, Jessica Henwick's
Yeah,
character,
it didn't say if it was Colleen or not. It just said a female Iron Fist, and they would bring back. Is it Finn Jones? I forget his name.
Yeah, it's Finn Jones. But why people didn't want Finn Jones? That's like it's like the worst receiver.
That's what I'm. Well, they made it canon now, right? So they can't recast.
True.
And now
he's
they're
a variant.
Oh.
Just find a variant.
This just seems really. I think personally, if it's not Colleen, I think it's a dumb decision.
Blinded, they could recast him. They're recasting Fist's wife. Remember, it's a different actress for Fist's wife.
They could, but I'm sure that actor would be pissed.
You know, people keep saying the MCU is going to start cooking. No, it's cooked.
This is true.
It's already cooked. They ain't cooking. They've been cooked.
They burnt the pan. I mean, I watched the Marvels, and the Marvels was not good. I was saying that it wasn't as bad as Ant-Man 3. I think Ant-Man 3 is the worst.
Well, Ant-Man 3 got nominated for a Razzie.
Of course,
yes, I think that's deserved.
And it deserves
that is very deserved. Yes.
Listen. I'm gonna be honest. I rather rewatch the theatrical version of BVS than rewatch Ant-Man the Wasp: Quantumania.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like here's the thing: Batman v Superman is a mess, but you know what? At least it doesn't dumb things down like this movie did. Like this movie made me feel dumb. Like BVS,
Ant-Man 3 is just a disaster.
They try to make you think logically.
Mm-hmm. At least Echo was like okay, right? That's what.
Echo was.
And
but still, Ant-Man was worse.
I'm probably not going to watch Echo for another year.
It's not worth watching.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
I'm not going to waste my time right now.
So they're going to kill off John Bernthal. I heard rumors they might kill him off like a year ago.
This makes sense. I can kind of see that happening. I mean, they have that new Punisher in the comics. Is that his name?
Oh.
The blonde one? I don't remember his name, but I heard that wasn't selling well. I thought, and also too, I thought people were saying it got canceled.
Why are they going to go by the comics? Why are they going to see in the comics?
Because the Punisher's I think people have known this for a long time that they're not gonna do the Punisher.
No.
They're gonna find ways around of not doing the traditional Punisher because now it's controversial. It's gonna get too much headlines. It's gonna cause way too much problems. So they got to figure out a way of retooling the character And I think that's what they've been doing in the comics because it's like first
Oh,
now
the
he
logo
was well,
specific.
yeah, that the logo was changed because he was like
Mhm.
the leader of the
Yeah,
hand, and then now we have the new one who's this blonde guy who I think he works for Shield. It's I keep saying this, just make the Punisher a villain. That's
that
it. He's a
was
villain.
yeah.
He's always been a villain. They obviously sidetracked him and he was his own protagonist, but he was a villain to Spider-Man. Many of the MCU or Marvel characters don't like the Punisher. So just make him a villain.
Yeah.
What was the other rumor? There's a couple other ones.
There's a lot of street rumors, street level rumors now. Uh,
Yes. Oh, did you see the picture of, I don't know if that was bullshit or not, but did you see the picture of White Tiger?
I heard a rumor about White Tiger. Yeah, I
No,
heard.
this is not a rumor. He was on the Daredevil set.
Oh yeah, White Tiger. Oh
And
yeah, yeah. I know White Tiger is happening. It's probably gonna happen. Yes. Lady
but he's
Punisher.
gonna
There was
be
a Lady
it's
Punisher. Yeah.
well, it's gonna be what's her name's dad? That's what it seems like. I forget the character's name. But before the dad has to
Ayla?
die
Is that
and
White
then
Tiger? Ayla? Is that her name? Ayla?
her no, wait. There's two versions, and I'm
Is
gonna
it
get
the
them mixed
female
up.
one?
The one with the dad and the dad passes away, and then he gives her the amulet.
Let me
Whatever
see.
that version is, that's the one I think is gonna be in Daredevil because
Ava.
there's that
Ava Ayla. And
right.
yeah.
Okay, so what was I saying? So there's a picture of like a makeshift white tiger suit,
Isn't
and
wasn't
it's
people
on the set of Daredevil.
wasn't people like fan casting Jen Ortega for her?
Well, yeah, there's a rumor that she was going to be White Tiger. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
true. I don't think that's going to be true, but
No, they if that's the case, they would announce it. I'm sorry. Like
no, like they were eyeing to
yeah.
the role for her. Not that
They
she was
would
already casted, but yeah.
they wouldn't if she was complete by Tiger, I bet you they would announce her casting like, early.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Um, what was the
Yeah, I
other?
remembered. Oh yeah, there was yeah, they started filming again, Daredevil.
Yes. Yeah, there's a
Um
bunch of set photos. So they're also rewriting the script for Fantastic Four, which I don't really have a
it's not
problem with. I mean, it's better than them uh, editing the movie when it's already finished. So
well.
writing's much easier, less stressful.
Remember there was reports they were gonna get the casting announcement this month. I don't think it's gonna happen this month.
Well, yeah, because I think it got delayed.
Again.
Yes. Yeah.
Again.
I think
And
they said they're gonna film in May.
May.
May,
That's
yeah,
the
that's
thing
what I
though.
heard.
That's the thing. That's why I'm not 100%. That's why I'm not 100% believable in Pedro Pascal because I don't. I'm not talking about Mando and stuff. But I think it's another thing in the works too. That might not be Marvel related after Last of Us, and I think Last of Us takes a lot of his time.
Well,
Because
he
like
doesn't have to be on set for The Last of Us very
that is
long.
true. I mean, David Harbour is apparently going to do Stranger Things and Thunderbolts in Atlanta
Yeah.
because I think both productions are Atlanta, so they could do both. So if we could do some way where they could do both,
I think
but
Pedro Pascal is going to be in Fantastic Four.
I don't think he'd be. He doesn't. I don't
Because
think he.
if he wasn't, I think we would have heard other rumors of
Well,
different actors.
Eric July. I'm Eric July. How many times have we heard different actors from Mr. Reed Richards?
Yeah, we have, but have you noticed it's gone quiet now?
Yes, it has.
Since Pedro Pascal's rumored casting, right? That was in the trades. The trades reported on it. There hasn't been a rumor of who's going to play Reed Richards. So I really do think he's going to play that character, which I don't have a problem with. All of a sudden now, these MCU fans are like, "Oh, that's predictable and safe," and
I don't
Safe.
I don't see it as predictable or safe. Listen, no one was talking about Pedro before he was announced. Everyone was talking about all the other choices were predictable choices that people were saying.
We're like Adam Driver, Matt Smith.
Yeah, it's like
yeah,
the thing is like Pedro Pascal to me, I think would offer a more unique, fresh take. compared to an Adam Driver or a Matt Smith. I'm sorry, after what I saw from Matt Smith in Morbius, I want him away from comic book movies.
What is Eddington? What is this film?
Ari Aster's new movie.
Let me see.
Oh.
Eddington film.
Degrassi, I think we've established that Casey Walsh is a disturbed individual that no one pays attention to anymore.
I know for a
Yeah, I
fact,
don't
George.
look at her
George,
stuff.
I know George is turning on Daniel RPK.
I don't trust Daniel RPK, but
because his scoops have just been off lately. Listen, if you start like your scoops start going off and like you're getting stuff wrong, why should we trust you at this point?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's the thing. He gets stuff
Here's the thing.
wrong, but
I think he got a lot of hype because he got a lot of the No Way Home rumors right. Which, first of all, he didn't get
Yeah.
every single No Way Home rumor right. Let's just be clear. I think he was the one that also said Rhino was going to be in that movie.
yes,
I
yes.
So, and I think I don't know if he said Ned got killed, but someone's said that Ned was going to be the casualty.
Yes,
of the movie,
I remember
not Aunt
someone
May.
said that.
Yeah.
Ned was gonna
So,
die. I
like-
remember that.
So like he wasn't completely right about everything. He just got a lot of things. He just got the other things
mean-
right about that movie,
But
but
to
he hasn't
be
got
fair,
anything right since then.
I think I would probably trust Daniel RPK over My Time to Shine, and We Got Some Toast.
But that's still
because-
that's still not like a good bar to hit because we know My
Yeah,
Time
all
to
these
Shine is
scoopers
biased
have
as
that.
hell.
Yeah,
We know We Got Toast got caught with fake Deadpool leaks. Remember, in the
with
couple
what
months
the Cyclops?
with some of the fake
Which
Deadpool
one
leaks.
was that?
I don't know. It's a couple months ago. He got exposed. The guy was giving out. It was on Reddit. Remember the guy made it on Reddit. He was giving out fake Deadpool leaks.
Oh yes, yeah. The Wanda leaks, yes, those were fake. Yeah,
Yeah.
but now,
and-
but that's the thing. This is the thing that makes no sense, right? Yeah, My Time to Get Some Toast. Yeah, exactly, the same
he
person.
might be the same person.
But here's the thing, because that rumor and that whole thing was very confusing, right? Because yes, the scoopers were trying to say that this rumor was true because that's what they heard, right? And so I don't know. So the thing, it how do I word this? The thing is, I think some of it is true, right? That I don't know if Wanda's in Deadpool 3. I don't think so. But I think the whole idea that there's that universe that we saw from Multiverse of Madness, that
HBA.
may be the X-Men universe, right?
Well, yeah. Well, because of Professor Xavier.
Because-
yeah.
Yeah, but we don't know what universe Beast was from, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because he did mention Professor Xavier in the after credits scene.
Yeah,
As
it's
if
just
to
that,
lie.
oh, well, the mom, I forgot. The mom was in,
Yeah.
she's Captain Marvel. Well,
She's not Marvel, Captain Marvel. She's binary apparently in the after
doesn't
credits
she
scene.
die in Multiverse of Madness?
Yes, she
though?
does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean to say.
Well, we don't know where we don't know where it takes place in the timeline though. Multiverse of Madness could take place after, but I think it's a different universe than Multiverse of Madness. I think that's not 838.
I mean, yeah, you could say, I mean, binary is just Captain Marvel, right? So I
Yeah.
guess you could move it
But-
around. I don't
But the
know.
costume was different, wasn't it? Didn't she have like the
Yeah, the
classic?
costume is different. Yeah.
Yeah, she had the white costume, like kind of like Because when I first
Yeah.
saw that, I'm like, oh my gosh, just give me our Storm. No, then it turns out not to be Storm.
No, she's binary. Yeah.
Because some people said it was either binary or Storm, right? Because of white.
Yeah, because of the way it
Yeah.
looked, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
When she was on the X-Men, right? So
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I don't know how they'll do that, but we'll see. I mean, I'm not gonna be surprised if they bring out the old X-Men Fox universe in the classic, cartoon costumes. That's what I think they're gonna do, right? But where? Like, is that gonna be before Secret Invasion or Secret
Mhm.
Invasion, Secret Wars? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. My idea when they defeat Kang or Kang Dynasty, One with Tut, when they defeat Kang, the One with Tut plants the seeds for an apocalypse.
Oh yeah, that's the rumor. John David Washington is gonna play Kang. Not sure if we mentioned that already.
No, look, He's not, I'm sorry. Like, I don't hate the guy.
That's
I
also
don't think,
Daniel RPK, by the way.
I don't think he has the acting chops to play a guy like Kang.
Yeah, I don't.
He's not.
After
He's not particularly a good actor.
no, I agree. I don't think he's a good actor.
He's not his father, that's for sure. Get
What
his
is the
father to
movie?
play.
What was The Creator? After I watched The Creator, yeah, I have doubts about him as an
I didn't see
actor.
the creator, but I saw some other stuff that he was in. I just don't think he has the
And I
range.
hate Tenet. He's also a reason why I don't like Tenet. But
Yeah,
yeah,
he's not. Um, it's a possibility, Degrassi. It's a
that is
possibility.
possible. Yeah,
But I just don't think he's a good actor. Like, and I don't think I think the problem is this is my belief, but I think I think personally in comic book movies, I think you need good actors to play villains.
I
Good
think
actors.
I just don't understand why can't they just get what everybody was saying and do Denzel Washington as Kang, as Prime Kang.
Yeah,
That makes
yeah.
the most amount of sense. I think that I don't know if here's the thing, like would he be opposed to that? I don't know. Maybe that's possible.
Well, see,
But forget the
yeah.
Ramata and forget, the other versions of Kang and just do Prime Kang.
If they do
I would even say
Ramata,
just make him Beyonder. Just make him Beyonder and he's the ultimate version of Kang and
if they
call
do
it a day.
Ramata, just have Easter eggs of Apocalypse a bit, sir. All I'm asking. I don't mean like. Then you can have him be like, and then you can have Apocalypse. Maybe I don't say Apocalypse for Avengers or anything like that, but for a major X-Men threat. Okay, for a major X-Men threat, maybe you get a maybe. My idea is if you're gonna get mutants and X-Men and you make Apocalypse, because Apocalypse to me is like a Kang, Thanos kind of threat, specifically more for the X-Men,
Right.
not the overall universe, but specifically for the X-Men. Is you have the X-Force, the Xavier's Men, and maybe some other groups try to take down Apocalypse, and maybe it's 4 Horsemen or whatever. That's what I would do for the X-Men stuff. I wouldn't. My idea for 7, 8, 9 would not exactly be every hero has to be in every Avengers movie. Have them with small, they're all part of the same universe, but have like smaller universes that fit the lore. Like the X-Men can have their own like mini universe within the bigger universe. Like
Mm,
that. They're kind of doing that with they're kind of doing that with Marvel Spotlight. The more of the street level stuff, kind of like that. Because we read
mm,
comics, right? We read comics, right? We don't need to have. There's always a big arc or big event, but we don't need that all the time, right? In the comics, you don't need every
right.
hero to be involved in a big story, right? Or every villain, right?
hmm John David Washington as Reed would, eh. I mean, sounds interesting, but I don't know about him as Reed though.
Denzel to me sounds like more of a guy who, if he did Marvel, he's not going to be like there for 5 movies. He's more of a guy probably like 1 to 3 movies. Like
Yeah.
he's 60. Denzel's like 60 now, right? Denzel's maybe getting close to
But I
70.
think if he is like, I mean that's the thing. It's
69.
like
He's 70
Kang
soon.
has been like tainted so bad, where it's like,
Yeah.
would he really want to play Kang? Because I think if he is just Prime Kang and he's the one that is building Battle World and whatever, right? And that's the MCU take. Like that could be interesting. I think that could maybe excite some people, right?
hmm
He could be on the level of Thanos. Like that would actually be the level of Thanos, right?
Yeah.
And I think that was the problem too, is like, what's his name? Oh my God, Jonathan Majors as Kang. I think that was, to be honest, I don't think that was great casting to begin with. If you were gonna
He's
go
still a
with
better
an
actor than
actor,
John David. He's a better actor than John David, though.
uh,
He has more
I,
range.
it,
I mean, I feel
I
like
don't know.
I
I
think
don't know
he's
about that.
typecast like Jonathan Majors. He was typecast.
I
Also,
never really understood Jonathan Majors as a good actor. I think he's
like
very corny and cheesy. Like he hams it up way too much. No, I don't think he's a great actor in my opinion.
they should get LeBron James to play as King, so Skip Bayless can talk
Oh
about the
my
MCU.
God.
Like seriously, Skip Bayless be like, LeBron James playing the villain? Really? This is the GOAT right here.
Right.
And I want to see Shannon Sharp simping for the MCU. I mean, it can't be as funny as Stephen A. struggling
Did you
to
hear?
pronounce Pokemon.
Do you hear the latest
Yeah.
rumor for Century is Bill Pullman's son, Lewis Pullman? I think the
Yeah, I
rumor.
saw that too. That was mid.
I,
I
I
don't got
wonder.
nothing to say to that.
I wonder what's gonna happen if they cast a non-Asian actor. I wonder what the people. One of those people.
They're
Are gonna be like,
going to.
I think I'm on your side. I think they are. It's a no-win situation for one side. For one side, it's oh, they should be cast an Asian actor because Stephen Yeun was Asian, and then the people on the other side are gonna be like, oh yeah, Marvel did the right thing here by casting a white actor, right? You know what's gonna happen. We're gonna see it.
This
right?
is why they're cooked.
Degrassi's
This is
comment.
why they're cooked. Yeah, that's right. Because that's the thing.
That's
First
true.
of all, at this point, sports are better than movies. Let's just make that very clear right now.
Yeah,
Second
it's
of
been
all,
dry. Holy.
Like here's the thing. Like this January's just been historic for basketball. People scoring 70 points a game. But the point is, the point is that like movies are like sports. Like movies will live or die by habits that you build. The MCU, they've lived and died by the habits that they have made. They're like the Golden State Warriors right now. They had a good run, but now they're just struggling to get out of their hole. And I think they're gonna get too far down the hole. They might already be too far down the hole. Even if
I think they are.
3, here's the thing, even if Deadpool 3 is one of the best MCU movies ever, that's not gonna change anything. Because first of all, Deadpool 3 is not gonna follow the MCU formula, at least from, if anything, it's probably gonna follow the formula of the first 2 Deadpool movies. That's not gonna save Captain America: Brave New World. That's not gonna save Blade. That's not gonna save Thunderbolts.
I agree. Yeah.
We're gonna talk about Captain America: New World.
Well, like here's the thing, it's gonna be in the same range as No Way Home and Guardians of the Galaxy, where it's not gonna feel like the typical MCU movie, and I think that's what's gonna draw people in. Maybe not like as many people as No Way Home, but it's still gonna draw a lot of people in. But like after that, it's like no one's really gonna care about the new Captain America.
That's why I say if that movie, Deadpool 3, is PG-13, that is going to cause a lot of problems. I think at that point, that movie is going to be, who knows what that's going to even make, right? Because now you're taking. That's why I'm like, I don't like. I'm like, we're like Degrassi. You're going to have to explain, like, where did this idea come from? Like, where did you get that idea from, right? Because I'm confused, right? Because they've been saying for quite some time that it's rated R.
And they said a few months ago that Blade's going to be rated R.
Yeah, and I just feel like if they really go, okay, we're desperate. That's what I feel like. Personally, I think if you made Deadpool 3 PG-13, it's desperate. That's a desperate move.
Blade won't come out until Batman Brave and the Bold comes out because Blade is never getting off the ground. Like it's been what? They were literally that close to filming Blade, and then the strikes happen. They're not even filmed. They're not like I don't know what's happening.
Not even. They haven't even.
I wonder if it's the Mia Goth stuff is delaying it.
But it's like,
she's shooting another movie right now. So.
That's true. That's true. She is.
But here's the thing. You're also hearing that there's disagreements. Like there's rumors of disagreements between Sony and Kevin Feige and Tom Holland on what the next Spider-Man movie should be. Feige and Tom Holland want it grounded. Sony wants another multiverse big event film. It's like. So, who knows when that's going to get off the ground because there's disagreements there if that's true.
See, if Sony wants another multiverse thing, that's just a lazy.
But it's like they got the animated Spider-Verse movies. What are they doing?
Well, I was going to say that the multi. I mean, I think about it like this, right? A multiverse Spider-Man 4, if it is coming out in between Secret Wars, kind of does make sense. Okay. And also, it would lead from. I mean, whenever we get beyond. The Spider-Verse, whenever that movie comes out.
You know what?
So, I don't know. This seems all like a mess.
But it's like, is MCU... But here's the thing. Is MCU Spider-Man really just going to be tied to the multiverse? Is he not going to have another grounded movie?
They should have delayed No Way Home and changed No Way Home a bit. Spider-Man 3 should have been leading up to that.
Yeah, they should have, but they wanted Spider-Man out now. That's the thing.
What was I going to say?
This whole multiverse... This is why... It was a dumb idea to call the saga the multiverse saga because everything technically needs to be related to the multiverse. And so far, it's only been a couple of things here and there. Like the Marvels, this is another thing too. The Marvels is like setting up the multiverse without saying it's setting up the multiverse.
That's what I mean. It was like, wait a minute, you just did a multiverse thing at the end.
Yeah, it's like this is why they have to just, I would say, fast track the hell out of Secret Wars. Whatever Avengers 5 is going to be called, make it Secret Wars Part 1. Okay, fast track it. Don't like do everything now, okay? Because you got Beyond the Spider-Verse. Beyond the Spider-Verse, if I was Marvel, that shit needs to be connected to the MCU.
Oh yeah.
It has to be. Like, I don't know if it's not. That's going to be disappointing, but
But
it
you have
has
to
to
get
be.
But you have to get an actress. You can't do Gwen Stacy, Spider
No,
Gwen has to.
those characters, I think, because they've been testing. There's a reason why. What's his name? Phil Lord. It was Phil Lord who does most of
The
these types of
animated
talks.
live action.
Yeah, not Chris Miller, but so he was saying that they've been playing around with the idea of the animation crossing over with live action, right? We saw the live action character in Across the Spider-Verse, and I think that's
Yeah.
because those characters are going to be in Secret Wars. I think that's the only reason they're like, it has to work, right? Because Marvel wants it to work, Sony wants it to work, and let's be honest, they would all make a bunch of money if it did work. If you
Also,
saw Miles
I have
Morales and Gwen Stacy.
I have no problem with that as well, because here's the thing: everyone thinks that if you do live action crossing over with animation, it's bad. No, it's not. There's just not enough good movies to do it that way. Who Framed Roger
Right.
Rabbit worked so well, being
It's actually very
hybrid.
rare. It's actually very rare.
It's rare to do it, but I think it for this
It can work
stuff,
if you have a good
it could work.
story.
I mean,
Who
look at
Framed
Sonic.
Roger Rabbit is proof of that.
Sonic.
And that was made in the late 80s. Like we're in the 2020s now. Like you have a lot
Yeah.
of, you have more
I mean-
potential than you did back then.
Sonic is like that, kind of.
Of course, I wouldn't
Yeah.
recommend getting Robert Zemeckis to direct, since Robert Zemeckis is not the same as he was when he made Who Framed Roger Rabbit. But that's a different story for another time.
Yeah, they I mean, I would like to see that happen. I think it'd be
Wow.
interesting. The secret invasion, like secret invasion. I
invasion,
keep
that's
saying
what-
secret. Jesus.
Oh, don't bring up
Ugh.
Secret Invasion.
Secret Wars. I keep saying, man. Secret Wars. Really, I think it needs to. They need to right now. Again, if I was them, we got to fast track this. They have to set up this whole multiverse Avengers, right? We saw the multiverse Avengers in What If, but like actually have a team that people like and people are like, oh, gonna be excited about. That's what they should be doing, right? It should have been like there's a multiverse character who's like Nick Fury, and maybe this is like they could change it, right? Because this is way too simplistic, too cliche.
His best
Ask
friend.
RJ if it's still on.
See it? That's his best friend. RJ's best friend.
Okay,
is James
But okay, as I was saying, this is what they should have done, right? The multiverse saga in a post-credit scene, you should have had a character like the Watcher or some Nick Fury type character being like, "Hey, you're chosen to be on the greatest team ever created in the multiverse." Right, and they're going to be on the multiverse Avengers, right? And the multiverse Avengers are the best version of whatever character, right? Spider-Man, you have the best version of Spider-Man, and
Best
he's
version
on
of
the
Thor, or
multiverse.
like, yeah,
Yes, and they're
yeah.
all going up against Kang, right? That's what it should have been,
Yeah.
right? That would have excited people. Then you could have had, oh shit, the best Wolverine is Hugh Jackman, right? Hugh Jackman's the best Wolverine, and he's there, right? They should have done things like that to excite people and to keep the the continuity connected. But instead, they just went off and did all this nonsense and.
Yo, we're my little friend from work who always says nonsense with a strong Nigerian accent to be like, what nonsense is this that the MCU is making?
Man.
I seriously gotta watch the Infinite Crisis movies, the Justice League that came out this month. The first two, or is the second one coming out? No, not yet. The first one came out. The 3-parter animated Crisis on Infinite Earth. See if it's good.
Right. Yes, Avengers Forever. Yeah.
Avengers Forever. No. Avengers
No, the
Forever.
comic with
It
Kang.
sounds
With
like it.
Kang.
Oh,
Oh, I was gonna say it sounds like a Ninja Turtle title, like
I just got
Turtles
Batman
Forever.
Batman Forever flashback.
That's what it's. But the thing is, they never said haven't been setting that up. Like it in No Way Home, it should have been like at the ending of the movie. You know, I don't know. You could pick Tobey Maguire to be the best Spider-Man. I don't. It doesn't need to be, but
Or just have it where like either Toby or even Andrew have one of them like when they go back to your universe, they're recruited by someone or someone's like, you just went to another universe. You have no idea what else is out there.
right.
Andrew Garfield doesn't really
Like-
want to come back. He was hesitant to come back from
No,
No Way Home.
he would come back if Kevin Feige's involved, but if it's gonna be Amy Pascal, forget it. If it's just Sony, he don't want no part of that, and I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Like think about it. They were gonna put Madam Web in his universe. You know that's disrespectful. That mad disrespectful.
Man, it's a whole new universe for Madame Web. It's not even like.
Oh yeah, that movie. Did you see the tracking for that? That's looking really bad.
Horrible. Oh yeah.
I can't wait for it to bomb.
25 million over the 6-day holiday weekend.
6 days. That's like 6 million a day if it times it. Oof. Oof.
They should be making at least double that over the 6-day. Like that's not good.
They're not gonna even get close to doubling that, man. They're not even. It's bad. I'm sorry. Even Sydney Sweeney cannot save that movie. I'm sorry.
Sydney Sweeney's not even that talented, in my opinion.
She's okay. I mean, like she plays a lot of snarky, sarcastic characters. I mean, like, yeah.
There's other reasons she gets cast too a lot, but.
Degrassi says there's going to be an animated segment in Madam Web.
Oh, I'm so excited!
I guess to tie into
that will save the movie. That will save the movie.
Like, I really personally think there can't be a worse Spider-Man Sony movie than Morbius, and I think
No, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be it.
Yeah, I think this.
Listen. I like this to me is gonna be like this. Is gonna be a bad year for Sony. Like in my opinion, I think these movies are gonna tank worse than the DC movies this year. That's my honest opinion.
Gotta hope. Yeah.
Like we thought this was a bad year for DC. I think it's gonna be even worse for Sony.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty bad for Sony.
And there's gonna be 3 of these movies, so that makes it worse.
Also, I want to know what was the logic of taking away Tom Hardy's Venom from the MCU? Like what decision? Like I kind of want to know why did they do that? Because wouldn't it have been better for marketing to say like Venom 3 was in the MCU, and then work with Marvel to actually make a Venom 3?
Wait, I'm not sure.
Because I still that's the one thing that still confuses me. Like, I mean, yeah, the Venom movies aren't great.
I'm guaranteeing that right now.
Oh, well, I really got half an hour left, guys. Actually, this is a big topic. I wanted to talk with you, Blind, and I think you will know more about it. But let's talk about the Switch or Nintendo.
The Switch.
Part 2. So you obviously read the Bloomberg article, right?
Yeah, the 8-inch screen, yes.
George, did you read it?
I mean, I've heard about it. I didn't read it though.
So Blinded, obviously I didn't read the article, but I got the gist of it. So it's gonna have like the Switch 2 is gonna have like an 8-inch LCD screen.
Yes. Which is kind of disappointing.
Yeah. But, the talk is potentially announced in March, April, and then possibly released holiday.
Yeah.
Of this year.
That's the rumor. Do I believe it? I don't know.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, I don't know. It seems like, I mean, first off, the reason why I never thought that article was that big of a deal is because that was rumored since last year. I don't know where that came from, but someone said that the same screen that the PlayStation Portal that was just released, that same screen was going to be used on the Switch 2, right? And and then there was like other rumors that were saying that there was a console manufacturer making a console for a screen, and people just were like, okay, that's a Nintendo. Here's my take. This is probably going to be wrong, but I think the Switch 2 is not coming out this year.
I
That's
agree.
my take. I just I don't. It doesn't really make sense to me why they would release the Switch 2 this year when it's like there's still one. I think Metroid Prime 4 personally, I think that could be a final game that you could release on the original Switch and that you could get some sales out of it. Because the
Mhm.
original Metroid Prime was still the best-selling Metroid
And
game until Metroid Dread, right?
it's
So
weird though. The first Switch wasn't even released during the holidays.
no, it was released in March, which I
Yeah.
think was better. That was a better idea
Mm-hmm.
because then you could produce more consoles. And this is another reason why I don't believe um the rumors is we've heard nothing about production. There's no usually companies come out and say that they're producing or manufacturing a specific product, and then people connect the dots and then they
Yep.
say I don't believe GTA 6 will be on the Switch. I think
No,
that's a big reach.
I don't.
Uh and it's not because GTA is too powerful, it's because it's Rockstar.
It'll
Rockstar
be
is
on
not going to port it to the Switch.
Microsoft. It's gonna be probably an Xbox and Sony. That's it.
The only way I will believe they are putting GTA 6 on Switch 2 is if that's day and date with PC, which
Here,
we
my
all know
advice:
that's not going to happen.
those games, those games
Maybe
never sell well on
GTA
the
5, maybe.
those. Let me with the Switch. The only thing, those games don't sell well on the Switch. People rather buy those on
Well,
Xbox,
I
PlayStation.
wouldn't say that just yet because the GTA collection did sell very well on Switch, and those
Oh,
games
okay.
were never on Nintendo. So, and I also think the Red Dead Redemption port that just came out did pretty well on Switch as well. So I think if GTA 6 was to launch day and date on the Switch 2, that would be a big deal. That would sell.
Yeah.
That would be a big seller.
No, but
But
they're not.
it's
It's
just
not
not
gonna
going
be
to happen.
GTA. It's gonna be one of their Nintendo games, whether it's like Mario or Zelda, Donkey Kong. It's gonna be
The
something like that. Well,
the
yeah,
game
it's Donkey.
like there's I just have a hard time believing that the Switch 2 is coming out this year.
This year.
It it just doesn't feel like it. Like I guess yes, they could announce it. Like here's the thing, if they're going to announce a console, they got to announce it within the first 3 months of the year, right?
Hmm.
You can't just go, "Hey, here's a Switch 2 and it's available now." Like you can't really do that, right? So there's got to be some
It's
marketing.
never
You
been
got
like
to
that.
promote some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously the Switch 2, I mean, we heard we like there's credible sources who have talked about the Switch 2. We have some vague idea of the power of the Switch 2. It's going to be on par. Nintendo's not going on PC.
No.
That's never going to happen. That's another thing
No.
that's never going to happen. GTA 5, GTA 6 will probably not be on Switch 2, and Nintendo will never put a game on PC. Those are the things I think will never happen. Um, Maybe
Switch is
GTA
evolved.
6 will be on Switch 3. That's how they move. That's how
Switch
Rockstar
3.
moves.
Switch 3.
Yeah, Rockstar's
Like in
just
10
weird.
years.
Like they that's why they focus so much on like the consoles is because they put so much time developing the game that they said they don't have the resources to port GTA 6 on PC. So how are they going to
Mm.
have the resources to port GTA 6 on
On the Switch?
Switch,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So that's why I'm
Yeah.
like I don't really think that's ever going to happen. So yeah, but I'm just saying like we haven't heard anything about them uh, you know, manufacturing consoles. We're hearing the screen size over and over again. We haven't heard anything about, okay, like, is NVIDIA making the chip again, right? There's been some rumors, but like, there's been nothing like concrete. We know it's probably going to be on par with a PS4, right? Like, either in between a PS4 or PS4 Pro in terms of power, but it's also might have, and this is more technical stuff, and a lot of people might not know all this stuff,
Hmm.
but the Switch 2 needs to have uh either DLSS 3 or DSLS 3.5. which is like machine learning. That's going to get better frame rate, better resolution. And machine learning is definitely the future for these consoles. The PS5 Pro, I believe, is also going to have some type of machine learning. And this is something else we could talk about. I don't think there's going to be a next Xbox console. That's
You said it. You said you think you're ending digital.
well, if this is news, this is real news. Xbox fired their entire physical department.
Oh yeah,
And there's been
if that's not a
rumors
sign, I don't know what it is.
since the last week, right? Ever since that Xbox Direct, there's been rumors that Xbox is getting rid of their physical games.
It's been rumored the Indiana Jones game is gonna be digital only.
I believe that because Hellblade 2 is digital only. And their stores, I think Walmart is getting rid of all Xbox physical games. Someone had a leak that was saying that their stores trying to get rid of Starfield. So has there been notable sources been saying no, there's been none. Nintendo is never going to put this is why I could say that confidently Nintendo will never put a game on PC. Because the moment they do, Nintendo will never sell consoles again. That's just Nintendo is in the business of selling consoles. PlayStation and Microsoft are in the business of Sony and Microsoft are in the business of selling software. They sell you a console so you could buy software, right? That's how the console market works. So Nintendo, and that's why also too, if you notice, Nintendo makes less powerful hardware, right? They make it for cheaper. And that's because they want to make a profit off of console sales. So what was the question? Sorry. That's also been a rumor, but I don't think it needs to be on par with the Series S. I don't think it will be because of the design. But also it's going to perform. This is what I'm trying to say, right? DLSS 3 will make the Switch 2 perform like a Series S, even though it's the specs wise, it will be on par with a PS4 or a PS4 Pro, right? Or in between. And DSLS, that's why machine learning for consoles will do wonders, right? Because now you could do ray tracing, you could do 60 FPS. The Switch 2 could potentially also be 4K, which I think that's pretty obvious that it's going to be 4K. So it could do all of those things, but still not be a powerhouse or a drain on the console itself. Right. So you got to remember, this is all about engineering and stuff like that. Things that I don't fucking understand. Right. I'm just putting in the most simplest terms, but yeah.
According to my
this is another. Sorry, I misread the comment.
Okay. According to my cousin, the PS6 is coming out very soon because you saw like one of those I saw like a YouTube video and they gave him and they showed like it was supposed to be a PS6 combo. I'm like a PS6 console. I'm like, that's fake, right?
Oh yeah, we used to always fall for that as kids. The console,
I mean, he's 11-year-old, right? So I just tell him it's not real.
But also another thing too about these physical media stuff. There's also been a rumor that PlayStation is going to get rid of physical games. Now it's not going to be the extent of Xbox. So what PlayStation is rumored to do is that they're going to stop selling physical games at retail. But you could still buy physical games on Amazon or, Walmart online or whatever.
So you just can't go to the store.
Yeah, you just can't go to the store and buy it. And that's because I think PlayStation said this. I don't know if someone else said this, but apparently PlayStation physical games were last year at the lowest it's ever been since 1997.
I could tell you one thing. Toys R Us in Canada, because Toys R Us is only around Canada now, they don't have an entertainment section anymore for movies and video games. They got rid of that.
Yes.
They got all that's gone.
Well, a lot of places, like here in Canada, right? Or at least here in Ontario, Shoppers sells games, right?
Yes. Yep.
Well, I think they stopped selling games now because a lot of games recently were on sale. And consoles were on sale and
the thing is, nobody goes to Shoppers to buy video games.
Yeah, no one does, but they still That was like a hack. That's how some people got the PS5 was going to
Oh,
shoppers.
shoppers are still really selling the PS5.
Yes.
Oof.
Yeah. So there's a lot of companies.
Yeah.
I think now they're.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Is there,
Source is closing here. They're
oh
changing to
yes,
Best Buy Express or something like that.
Best Buy just got rid of
Yeah.
the.
So. Oh, okay.
Oh,
I see
I
what
ain't
you're
going to
talking
Best
about.
Buy anymore. That's for sure.
I'm not. I don't go to Best Buy either, man. I used to
don't
be
want-
like. I used to love doing EB, HMV in Canada.
Yeah. I mean, even when you go to GameStop or EB Games, right? Like it's mostly, I would say it's mostly a toy store now. It's not like the game
A lot
section
of-
is there, but it's a lot of merchandise they're selling.
It's a lot. It's a lot of yeah. It's a lot of action figures, Funkos, collectibles. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like
It makes sense. I think here's the thing, Sony and Microsoft, they knew that this was going to happen, right? That's why you have a digital PS5,
well,
you have a digital Xbox, right?
how much of the
There's
internet?
rumors, by the way, that Nintendo wants to put out a Switch digital, like Switch One,
Mhm.
that has no physical. They have yet to do that. I mean, it's Nintendo, right? It kind of makes sense that they would do something like that at the end of a console. They did that with the Wii, so and they did that with the 3DS. So I don't know. Nintendo's weird. Nintendo's weird. They have a weird way of putting out games and consoles. It never makes sense, and then it sells a bunch of copies, right? So they're obviously
Mhm.
doing something right, except
So
for the Wii U.
here the rumored games like Donkey Kong,
Donkey Kong is rumored.
open
Uh,
world, right? Like Nintendo 64 version.
yeah, like a 3D. I
Good.
guess that was to Cohen's. I mean,
I hope.
we'll see if that happens, but the stars are lining up, right? There was a rumor that Activision was working on the game, and then it got moved. So who knows if that was true,
I
but
really
I
hope that happens.
think it is true. Because also too, they're this year is it the 40th anniversary? I don't think it's the
Of
40th.
Nintendo, the first
No, of
Nintendo
it
Mario.
can't be the 40th anniversary of Donkey Kong Country, or maybe it's just Donkey Kong. I don't know exactly, but they have the park that they're opening, right?
Yep,
So a lot of people are thinking
it could be 40
there
years.
might be a Donkey Kong game this year. I mean, we have Donkey Kong, Mario versus Donkey Kong next month.
That's next month. Yep.
So
It's actually like a cheap game. It's not the typical $90
yes,
or $80, whatever.
but like I said, there's still Metroid Prime 4. Metroid
Yeah.
Prime 4. Feel like I can't even speak. Metroid Prime 4. Why does it feel like I'm not saying that right? This is why I just talk way too fast. Oh my god. Okay, but Prime 4 has to come out. That game has been in development now for 5 years. Like they announced that they were restarting development in 2019. We haven't heard anything since. And obviously we got the
For 5
remaster
years.
last year.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So
Let me see. Let me see something.
Xbox, this has also been a
Time to change.
topic. Xbox Game Pass on Switch. I mean, I think Microsoft wants it. I don't think Nintendo wants it. That's the problem. It could. I think it was going to
Well,
happen at one point, and then
according to
Nintendo
Hip Hop
had
Gamer,
yeah.
this is
Oh,
something
Hip Hop Gamer. Take it with a grain of salt. I know this guy.
Okay.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Okay, Dad Degrassi, so take it with a grain of salt.
Hip
Oh.
Hop Gamer he says a lot of he's been around for a
Oh.
long time on YouTube.
Oh my
He
goodness.
used to have sources with Sony until everything he got was wrong. He was saying that the PS5 controller was gonna have like it was gonna like heat up in your hand and it was gonna cool down. So like if you were in an ice world, it would like get really cold. Things like that. He was saying, and it was all.
I wouldn't want
it's
that,
all
man. Why
bullshit.
would anybody want their controller to be really, really cold? Why? What
Yeah, I
logic?
don't know.
What logic is that? That's stupid. We're gonna be in the, they're gonna be in the love of a place, world, a location where there's like volcanoes and lava, and you're like your hand's gonna be is gonna heat up the controller and be very very hot. No,
Yeah.
that's stupid. That's
I think the
stupid.
only way Game Pass goes to Switch is if I think the only way is if like it goes to PlayStation as well.
What?
That's the only way I think that will be like and then it will be at that point Game Pass will have to become like Ubisoft Plus or
The only
EA
game,
Play.
only games if Xbox does come to pass, does come to Switch, the only games that would work on a Switch are like smaller build games. Because I don't think the
Well,
Switch is able to handle most of the big box off big.
Well, I
Big
don't
A
think
games.
it's going to. This is another thing too. I don't think it would be. I don't think it would run natively on Switch. I think it would just be streaming.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you could
Yeah.
stream on. You could stream Game Pass right now on your phone or your
Oh
tablet.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So I think
You could
that's
do it on here. No.
like what they would want, but maybe
Yeah, but
some games will be natively, and then others ones you'll
you
stream.
can't. But you know you can't have like you can't put like a Halo on the Switch.
No, like that would have to be streaming, right? You would have
Yeah.
to stream that because there are
Yeah.
some games on Switch you could stream, right? You
Mhm.
could stream Guardians of the Galaxy. The Resident Evil games, I think you could stream
That's
Resident Evil
the only
7
thing I
and
hate about
8.
Switch though. You have to use a capture card to stream everything. You don't can't really use
Yeah.
you know.
I have a capture card.
I do too.
Sometimes I record, sometimes I
But
just too
I don't
lazy.
pay. I didn't pay $200 for like the best capture cards. Hell no.
I have one where I can record off a SD card.
Mm-hmm.
That one is
yeah.
very helpful.
Advice for people: if you ever get a Switch or Nintendo console, get an SD card.
Yeah. I just say get a SD card in general. I have a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to get a new SSD because a terabyte
Oh,
really is not enough.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
And probably a new hard drive. Because now I think they're selling like 10 terabytes in hard drive, fairly cheap. So.
Oh, thank you, RJ.
What did
Quote
RJ
from
say?
Dakota Johnson. It was absolutely psychotic to film Madame Reb. Dakota Johnson's words from Variety. Just a headline. It was absolutely psychotic to film Madame Reb with a blue screen. I don't know if this is going to be good at all.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's oh boy.
Just burying your own film. That's certainly not gonna help. That's so oof. She's she shouldn't even go to the premiere. She's like, no, I'm not going to the premiere. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Oof. Have you know? Oh, oof. Oh.
Oh, you're that see flop. It's gonna flop.
Yeah, that sounds like a flop.
Sounds like you already know this movie's gonna be a disaster.
When you have one of your leading stars before a film comes out 2 weeks, saying something like that, that's definitely not a good sign.
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean, well, this wouldn't be the first time she was in a bad franchise.
That's true. That's true.
I think she needs to find better projects or a better agent. I'm sorry, like this is gonna be like the next big joke of a franchise you're gonna be in.
I don't think she's gonna
Definitely.
be in I think she's gonna be in one movie. I'd be surprised if they ever got a.
So let me see Degrassi's comment.
Kitty Cassie's dad, actor. I thought Kitty Cassie's dad was a singer or whatever.
I think that there was like documents because like in September they accidentally leaked a bunch of documents that they were submitting to the FTC, and one of the things that was said in there was that they want a handheld position, but it's more like what they're currently doing. Like it's not like they want a native handheld that's going to run their games. They only really care about the streaming part of it. Because I think they want people to like bounce around, right? They want people to play on their phones or their TV, or I don't think they care about the console anymore. I think to be honest, they're giving up on the console. Like I wouldn't be surprised if there's a PS5 Pro, but there's no Xbox Series X Pro, right? I think the writing's on the wall for Xbox. I think it's pretty much done. It'll just be Game Pass going forward. I mean, and to be honest, that's what Xbox wanted a decade ago. That was what the Xbox One was supposed to be. So they got their wish.
Well, with that, guys, I'm gonna end it here. Hour 50. So, blinded since you're on the right, and George is on the bottom. Yeah, it doesn't sound
Blinded.
sexual,
I'm
but
Eric July. What are you talking about?
Eric July. Okay, Eric July. Go ahead. You could go promote ISOM Alpha Core.
Yeah. So I wish you could see my name. No one got to see what my name said. Maybe it was.
There we go. I have to take out the banner.
So yeah, go check out ISOM number 1 and 2. As you can see what the acronym for ISOM stands for. It's right there. Alpha Core, fuck EVS. I saw his stream last night. Fuck that big booty daddy. Fuck him.
Oof.
Yeah, I need to survive. Go support me.
Yeah, I heard. I'm gonna buy
you
your Bracket and Blackwell whatever shirt now that you promoted earlier on your stream today, Eric July. You had a stream earlier today. I'm gonna go.
You been watching my streams, Aaron?
Yeah, I've been watching your streams.
You lurking in my chat? I'm gonna have to ban you now.
How much do you know about this guy named Tony from the Geek Getaway? He makes a live streams every day.
I don't pay attention to frogs.
Eric July, I believe he has a show tonight. You want to join it?
Show? I don't go on other people's shows. They can come on my show. I'll send them the link and deny them. I don't challenge people. I don't know what you're talking about, sir. Go buy my book, ISOM. As you can see, the acronym of ISOM. I've revealed it to everyone now. People have been asking me, begging me, crying. Just buy the damn book. Okay. Okay, but seriously, go check out my channels. Blind and Braille.
This is blind to everybody.
Yes, this is actually obviously.
Yeah.
If it wasn't obvious. Okay, yeah. So go check out Controller Chronicle. I'm not sure what we're gonna post next. We'll see. On my channel at least, go check it out because I'm gonna be riding the Suicide Squad wave. Because it's gonna be a disaster. We didn't even get to talk about that, but
no, because I have to go.
Yeah, but go subscribe over there, and check me out on Twitter.
Well, check out his channel too.
Yes.
Blindness channel. Because he's been making videos. George, go ahead.
You can find me at the George. I'm gonna start doing some X-Men reviews for Deadpool 3. Probably gonna be reviewing other stuff as well. We're almost done with January, and before you know, it's gonna be the halfway point of February. So I think we all know what that means.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Torture time.
I gotta start watching those movies. I gotta start torturing myself so I can dissect and say why no one should ever watch these movies.
Watch them by yourself at night because you don't want to watch that with your mother. Sorry.
No, I ain't watching them with her. Listen, I would only watch those movies with someone if I was dating a girl that wanted to watch the movie.
Yeah,
that'd be the only reason I'd watch it with someone.
The weirdest thing about watching movies with your parents is the nudity and sex scenes. I don't like watching that with parents. Ever.
Although my mom enjoys Deadpool, so that I don't mind watching with her.
All right, for me, guys, I don't know what my next episode is gonna be on this. Maybe it was for big important news because obviously this episode there wasn't really major stuff. But on my other channel, The Dissect, tomorrow nighttime, not this early nighttime, we're gonna go over 2 people. May add more. I'm not doing it specifically one person. But I'm gonna go over Doomcock. He's talking about Captain America 4. Yes, things don't look good, but it's probably not the same reason that Doomcock is saying. let's just be honest. Doomcock, the reason for the reshoots is probably a different reason coming from Doomcock. It's probably not going to be the same thing. If it is the same thing from where we think and when Doomcock's saying, then I'll be really surprised. And we're going to talk about Eric July talking about Indiana Jones, and maybe we'll add a couple more stuff. And there was this one Campia video where I do actually want to take a look at. Let me see what it was. Let me go check it out. Let me see. Oh yeah, so we're gonna look at 2 more Campia videos. We're gonna talk about Spider-Man. So we're gonna do 4 videos tomorrow. Doomcock, Eric July, and we're gonna talk about Spider-Man and the Thunderbolt Century Rumor casting. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at that. There's not really stuff to talk about with Grace because I haven't really watched her in a bit, but yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, I
4
haven't watched
videos.
Grace either.
Save
You don't
yourself and don't watch her.
So
We like the torture.
So yeah. See, the thing with Doomcock is,
No, Doomcock, like the stuff that he says is so bizarre, but it's so hilarious.
I think he's the greatest comedian on YouTube, man, because he makes me laugh. But yeah, that's tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern time. An episode from Doomcock, Eric July, and John Campbell. So I could guarantee you for tomorrow's stream, I'm gonna be, for me personally, I'm gonna probably be angry, and then happy, and I'll probably be laughing. So I'm gonna be mixed emotions tomorrow's stream. I just know it. Because I know who I'm doing the stream on, and I know how they are. Because Doomcock doesn't get me angry. Personally, Doomcock does not get me angry. He just makes me laugh. Take care, guys. Like, share, subscribe.
Peace.